Welcome everyone to another 7 minutes late live stream. Welcome everyone. Another day not giving up on the dream of T2 collaboration with Ion. I can run T2 on Apple Silicon. So I think collaboration will not happen because first they did Arch, now they do Fedora. It is pointless. The only have you not noticed, the only thing that is successful is the stuff you do yourself? If you wait for other external people, nothing ever will happen much. It is also pointless, right? There is maybe less than 10% chance of convincing Asahi people of, hey, when it ships this stuff. Maybe even more less than 1%. So instead of collaboration, I mean, unless the collaboration would be easier of adding as a choice, but made a better description. I have a better description. I have already, what do you mean better description? The description, you mean description, but YOLO. Also, the title is amazing title. Things. It's an amazing title. What more click title? Tomorrow's, I have already tomorrow's clickbait title. Tomorrow's clickbait title is my AI girlfriend left me because I open source code each day. That will be tomorrow. Cannot go more clickbait than this, you all. Or actually, clickbait optimization would be I now have my own AI girlfriend to help me code T2 Linux, and then the next day we make my AI girlfriend left me because I kept coding open source all day. But the world is so updated. Web things yesterday, we are in for some vibe coding today. We are not vibe coding much. Vibe coding usually not, but they're effectively asking for other. They are effectively, what do you mean they're effectively asking? I never heard about this. I've never heard they ask for. Which is collaboration with Saver Things. I've never heard they ask for we vibing today. What do you mean they ask for? Here is, I've never heard they ask for things. Promise support distros Fedora salary mix, but several members community have been collaborating guidelines pre-artifaction. These efforts are listed here. Please remember there are user contributed things and that is amazing. Upgrading, I didn't see that, but that's amazing. I appreciate this. Yeah, this membership, it's a little bit hidden. I don't even click there often. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have not heard about this, but YOLO. Also, for better Asahi support, the upstreaming is a little bit slow. And I mean, I actually checked potentially buying a new Apple Silicon Mac, although I totally hate this. The problem is Apple is, of course, not selling old shit anymore. So, the cheapest is the Neo. Oh, shit. Yeah, this is whatever my local Firefox is. Yeah, basically, it's also even more work, right? The thing is, supporting this Asahi shit is, the Apple Silicon crap is a whole lot of work because we need to integrate in this massive Python and whatnot shit. It's... Let's first do our other things. We have so much to do. So yeah, for Asahi, that's literally a bigger task than just some embedded boards. Because first of all, for halfway decently proper support, we would need to import more of their embarrassingly large DRM, DRI patches for 3D, which we never had in T2. Ironically, I'd tried, the only reason we have Rust Linux kernel support in T2 Linux, which of course we have as a professional distribution, I started to do this some 2 years ago when nearly nobody else had that, just to build Asahi Linux 3D stuff for my Apple Silicon M1 Mac. And to this day, I did not get it once built. So I do not try daily, but every 6 months I try, the shit doesn't build. So this is, yeah. I mean, probably if I invest some hours, I could obviously get this. But that's also the thing, right? Like it built 1 month and then it doesn't build the next month and then this Rust version but not this Rust version. It's like, nah. Yeah, they are talking about totally, where is here? Here they are, where is here? Needs link, but maybe YouTube filtering links. Totally gets it. There is more important stuff. You just wanted to get it out there. Mac users are often lived. Well, I would not have purchased this Apple Silicon stuff if my company wouldn't depend on this. And I already purchased 2. Like, I'm so cheap, I'm not giving Apple more than 2 Apple Silicon. The thing is, like, why did you buy this incompatible stuff? I'm really so sorry. Like, users should also vote more with the wallet. Like, if NVIDIA is not open source supporting, do not buy NVIDIA. If Apple is not open source supporting, do not buy Apple. I don't get why that is so difficult. Plus, like, to support this, like, I literally have only one Apple Silicon Mac. Like, I'm so cheap, I have only one Apple Silicon Mac for myself because our other Apple Silicon Mac has someone else working for me. So I have only one, and I already made the mistake of yesterday installing. Yesterday was the first day I ever installed modern Apple Silicon Mac OS on an external Thunderbolt, and that already didn't go well. Like, this nearly bricked my thing. I saw like all my data, all my Mac development setup things, but thankfully I could get this recovered. Like, literally, like, you do once external USB, like, already that goes south. I have T2 Linux on there, theoretically. This is Asahi. I literally have 2 slightly different native Asahi Silicon things in there. I did this 4 whatever years ago, and they changed this, so I had to redo this. So I have 2 different Asahi boot shit setup things there. Like, I'm already not touching this stuff anymore because I can also not brick my only Mac OS production development setup. It's actually good deal. Things M4, Mac Mini S, insanely good hardware money things. Yeah, but M4 is not upstream supported. Like, if I get, first of all, the M4 is not such a good deal. Especially as I can never upgrade this, and like if you upgrade this a little bit, it's already not 550. So for me, it would make 0 sense to purchase it. I just checked this some days ago. Ah shit, my Firefox somehow okay. Let's do some. So actually, I like, so the only good deal is usually the entry level thing, and the entry level thing usually has, I mean, not usually, the cheap entry level thing always has too little memory and too little storage, and you can barely, if at all, upgrade anything. Like, the only thing you can potentially, so but then again, I have 42 computers and I don't need run. So basically, to improve T2 support, I would need to spend another 550 Mac Mini thing that I don't need for an M4. Yeah, so basically what I would need to buy is an M2 because it's the last halfway decently somewhat supported. And they have even a General, but this is something that's not, okay, that's not Apple directly, that's somewhere else. Fast ausverkauft. I even checked, but yeah, this year is like 8 gigs like due. This is so overpriced shit. Why is this bloody shit so expensive? Like, this makes so no sense. Like, 8 gigs is like from 10 years ago. Like, I literally never purchased a Mac in the last, like, even my last Retina MacBook Pro from 10 years ago had 16 gigs already. It's like, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, if we at least would grow with some news, like, but no matter how amazing I make T2, we don't get any news. So, like, from what should I use your shares, like, subscribes to give Apple or some recycling center here? This is not even the right photo, right? Somehow eBay crashes on how it loads shortly. Yeah. Okay, I need to. I probably have some overlay files that causes some incompatibility. I should delete some. Minus Torvalds only stiffer preference is fit, or he just doesn't know better. Okay, so let's get stuff done. Quick question: is it worth to learn systems programming today, considering advancements of AI? Which advancements? There is no AI. There are only LLMs, and that's a mostly investor scam. Of course there is. What else do you want to do? And if anything, if you want, like, if AI ever becomes AI, and like if LLMs ever outgrow their limitations and become more reasonable AI, then you only need to be better. Like, the only substitute in an AI world, the only substitute for being good is being better. Or like just become a farmer and grow some crops, and or like plumber, electrician, and do some like blue collar jobs of stuff. Still need someone to build the AI, the LLM slot, right? So okay, you all. But I mean, if you want better, like, maybe do not always ask me to do even more, because I already work 1,000 hours a year on 2,000 hours a year on T2 Linux. How much even? Once 40 a week by 2,000, huh? 40 hours a week by 50. I already work 2,000 hours a year on open source things, and mainstream media really doesn't care. So as long as T2 Linux is a lost business for me, maybe send some patches, like maybe build T2 somewhere and import the Asahi patches and send me a patch. MacBook had, what the hell is that? Yeah, exactly. My 2012 developer maxed out Mac had 16 gigs of memory, which, like, by the way, it runs like shit. I need to, something is wrong. It always locks up, and I just tried to use it today. I noticed, I don't know what Apple has done that my Retina MacBook Pro runs like shit now. Maybe I should just use it with T2 Linux. Also, maybe like, macOS is so shitty. I waste so much time with this shit now. Like, despite I get a depression from just seeing this broken shit. I think instead of buying a new Apple Silicon shit, I should just install it in T2 QEMU KVM, and it's like, yeah. Change the profile? Not really. What profile am I supposed to have changed? Anyway, I wanted to do some things quickly. Let's see. Not sure which profile I changed. Do we have some space here left? I have some space here left. All right, that is a VM. What else did I? OS XWIS things. Standard, the gets memory on chip and not standard DDR. Yeah, but it's still little. Doing heavy swapping, then killing the NAND. Yeah, exactly. Plant obsolescence. Does the open source community ignore? Why does? Because we get no news, and we are not, like, because you're not sharing, liking, and subscribing. I ask all of you, has any one of you sent an email to Phoronix? It's like, why are we not on Phoronix? Because all of you ignored my explicit instructions to send an email to Phoronix, right? Like, if I already do, like, and yes, I sent them one email, but I'm not sending them more than one email. And otherwise, the thing is open source. The thing is, the open source people, they already all love a distribution. So there are open source developers who love Debian, or they love Arch, and they love Gentoo, and then they do not change their mind so easily, right? So it's not like they ignore. And then some developer hate me because I show that I just show how not amazing some distributions are, being able to do this here nearly alone for 20 years. And as maybe Phoronix also hates that I prove him wrong, that he always writes news delete, old shit delete, and I show, like, nah, shit is working. Like, maybe that's the only reason. I don't know why Phoronix hates us. He did one news post 5 years ago, and since then he hates on us. Like, maybe simply realized, like, dude, the shit T2 distribution keeps all the shit working. Like, I cannot, like, I've literally no idea. Yeah, I have a talk, like, the open source community does not ignore us fully. We have increasingly great connections. Like, I just had a talk at Linux App Summit here in Berlin between GNOME and KDE. I had their amazing talks with people. I will have a talk at SUSECon in 20 days. 20 days, 17 days or so. or whatever. Um, so yeah, it's just you don't see this because mainstream is like, it's, if if I change my name to Mark Zuckerberg or here, what is this other strange con artist? Here's this Elon Musk. Like if I would change my name to Elon Musk and say we have some X AI, like some XOS or whatnot, then everyone would write about this, right? Um, so yeah, it's not like, what did you say? Ignore. It's just like they all love their Debian. Like try to pry some outdated, gray, dusty Debian out of some graybeard's cold dead hand. It's like website. Yeah, patch is welcome, right? Send an email to message board of. Do you have a message board on your website? Why should we have a message board? Check things. Send an email to who? To Phoronix. Like, imagine if 100 people would write to Phoronix. I ask you multiple times. Like, all you guys always, your website sucks. Like, website. It's like, I ask you once for free favor of have you emailed Phoronix already, and probably nobody did. Like, I don't know, maybe one person. So, what exactly working on? Fixing some things to build. Yeah, the reason that we are not on Phoronix is clearly not the website. We made it already significantly better. I will continue with some clickbait here, though. I have already the stream title. Debian sucks, it breaks every update. I don't know about this. I did not use Debian since 1996, but it is also pointless. Don't always ask me about other Linux distributions. I basically only know Linux. I mean, maybe we try to install NixOS just so that I learn how amazing it is. And surely we need to benchmark this, so we probably need to install some Fedora or whatever. Same for me. We'll look it up. Phoronix is this website thing here that shall not be, that ignores us. One of our main issues is that Phoronix hates on us. That is this Phoronix thing. Maybe I mispronounce this. To the best of my knowledge, this is how I expect this name to be pronounced. Maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong. I don't know. Welcome, Chris. So I wanted to fix some things. Including, so I thought it's probably a good idea if we get flight gear to build again, because it didn't just build the other day. Let's test this. Fixing some random things, always a good idea. Any thoughts on copy fail pattern on security bugs and how to have this like dirty pipe style flaws? Yeah, the irony is this dirty pipe style flaws probably can also be present in a Rust kernel. Basically minimize, yeah, the thing is that Linus Torvalds ignored all operating system research in the last 40 years, right? Yes, he's like, that's what you get from Linus Torvalds, like performance, microkernel sucks, performance, by the way, microkernel sucks. It's like, that is for Linus Torvalds of like, ignoring all research and just cloning some cheap Unix thing, right? Sure, microkernel will be slower, but hey, it would have better security. So, yeah, and Rust will not save you. Like Rust kernel will also have logic bugs and unsafe code. So, I write them an email if it's gonna help you. Write them nicely. I think one person already, it sounded like one person did write them not nicely, and writing them not nicely will probably not make our case. Like, write them nicely, like you're using this amazing T2 Linux and you're wondering why we never get news there. Like there was a new things. Talk is cheap, let's go to work. Yeah, we're building here something already. The thing is like, yeah, talk is cheap, but people ask so many questions always. That is, implementing microkernel features would be admitting understanding was right and would lose age-old argument. Yeah. Yeah, we will soon do that. storage, and it's like, yeah, let's just continue with some shameless D2 self-promotion here for some more days before we dive into, yeah, the thing is also yeah, I will travel soon a bit. We could do some low level or like some UI and microkernel things when I travel, like basically when I'm here in the basement. Then can also, yeah, the thing is also we have some new T2 Linux users, so like as you would expect from such an amazing release. What brand of? I will make my own. I will have to. I want to write software vastly differently. Our microkernel will be named kernel. We probably should trademark this already. That's my site. That's my placeholder thing for some 10 years already. Some people wanted to buy this site already, but they didn't offer enough money. So if you wanted this kernel.com for like 100,000 euro, we can talk. So far, the highest bidder was 19,000 US dollar. That was a little bit shady for me. Basically, don't delay, purchase my precious 4-letter cryptic kernel. Like once even some, I kid you not, the last time some popcorn company wanted some kernel, some kernel branded popcorn, I kid you not. But they did not want to pay more than $20,000, which is a little bit little for such an amazing domain. If the microkernel sucks, at least our domain name would be better. So actually this stuff he built, I'm surprised. Yay, that built for some reason. But we have other things to check. LibreOffice, what's not liberating here, LibreOffice. Maybe I should just change my life and like do like macOS development and marketing for a month or two and see if that makes me more happy, because this broken software shit is getting really on my nerves. Complete type class unknown link. Oh, that's actually the last popular update. Did I not rebuild? I thought I rebuilt this somewhere. Yeah, spoiler, the last popular thing is incompatible. I mean, we could actually, okay, the right thing would be, yeah, I mean, why this popular people need every month to break the API, I don't understand. Like every bloody month or every bloody release they break their stinking API, I don't. PDF to things GPL CXX, are you bloody kidding me? So we could fix this ourselves, but that's not economically viable. That is why we usually just check upstream. I mean, it's open source, so the economical money-saving thing is just looking it up here. Super tick things combine iOS when what? Which super tux 2? What is super tux 2? What do you mean? How to even start using it on a laptop? I have zero knowledge. What should I use? Only T2 Linux. It will work better than nasty bloated Win11? Of course, everything will. Like, which GPU do you have though? I mean, I would recommend T2 Linux, but isn't Linux tux but super tux suggested making iOS come? Does it work like this? No. Shit. Which path was it? Core things SDX'd. So probably slightly different R3 master SDX'd, of course. Maybe they patched this already, we can just import the patch. That is certainly way more clever than doing it ourselves. Here, look, 5 days ago. Maybe they patched this 5 days ago. You have NVIDIA. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. Don't you want to sell it for profit? And yeah, you guys simply recurrently you make the mistake of buying NVIDIA. NVIDIA is simply not good. Like, yeah, NVIDIA is the only thing that's not amazing for Linux. Yes, you can make it work. Maybe we should check. Oh, wait, what is? Oh, there is API. Okay. Yeah, I mean, how old NVIDIA even? But yeah. As much as Steam is the 1650 mobile of thoughts on Proton, man, you guys, each day you guys ask the same. Can you not share, like, subscribe and listen more often? how drivers work. Runs on Linux and the drivers are also as not Linux. The drivers run within the Linux kernel. Linux is a monolithic kernel, meaning all the drivers run inside the Linux kernel. The drivers are part of the Linux kernel and not of, like, if you differentiate between the core kernel and the surrounding OS, then the drivers are part of the Linux kernel. They also do not need to be modular. In Linux, you can combine all things in one big fat maker image. I wouldn't recommend this. So then they would even be directly in there. Big server things here of Z. Oh shit. Ah, man, this copy and paste thing is. Wait, what? Oh, hello. We have naming conventions. That's up next. Popper 26.6, I guess. Poplar thing. So we do not need here all of those. Download LST of like YOLO. And we probably could patch this, but nah. Pre-tab patch. We do not need to patch those things here. 26.6. Not 8. Yeah, so we only need this. We could even excuse me, modify this here a little bit. All we need is a stupid main version. Like, yeah, every release breaks something. Welcome to my life. But I do not want to complain each day. Like, just usually it starts like you guys asking mostly these questions. And thank you for the blessings. Oh, hey, flight gear worked. Yay, cat flight gear on T2 Linux. I mean, maybe someone fixed this overnight. I didn't check. They did not care. And what problem does that cause? What coder is like very much of drivers? What? So thoughts on Proton? Yeah, it's just improved wine, right? Like, I appreciate companies embracing Linux, though. Whereas NVIDIA, gee, why do people have problems? Because, and so, okay, the NVIDIA situation. Let me explain. Historically, companies didn't care about Linux, right? And all the drivers, like the Linux kernel was started by Linus Torvald, and then some other people gathered, including me, Alan Cox and others, and me and stuff. And people just wrote the drivers, right? And people like myself wanted to write drivers, but for writing drivers conveniently, you need like register documentation like S3, Verge, or even Voodoo, 3DFX, Voodoo, register level documentation. So ideally you need some, ideally you would need some documentation. Yeah, not schematics. Glide things of technical reference, maybe. Oh, sorry. So NVIDIA. Here's even my video. Look, here's this René Rebe guy. Can watch my YouTube video. And so NVIDIA said, "Go F you all ourselves. Our stuff is so proprietary. We cannot. All those people asked was documentation." And NVIDIA was not giving. So normal people, like, what documentation do we talk? We talk such things, right? Like that bit means that and stuff. So due to the lack of documentation, people had to resort to analyzing the Windows driver, very time-consumingly, reverse engineering, and write drivers. And even that NVIDIA boycotted. So NVIDIA historically has boycotted Linux development by making the firmware digitally signed and not the firmware, the firmware, and making it harder and harder. So NVIDIA, so people reverse engineered this stuff, and it was mostly working somewhat, except things were difficult. The thing mostly not working was changing frequencies because error prone and difficult. So while developers like my friends got NVIDIA to work better and better, NVIDIA, like 20 years ago, NVIDIA actively made it harder and harder, cryptographically signing it, making it hard for the Linux, like making it nearly impossible, at least very hard, for the Linux kernel to extract the firmware that runs on the GPU that needs to be uploaded for cost reasons and cost and easier modification reasons. So NVIDIA actively made it very, very difficult to write drivers. Originally, there wasn't even an NVIDIA driver. Originally, open source was the only thing, and open source developers also want open source things, because if you have binary-only drivers from NVIDIA, you can't fix them, right? This is why open source developers want open source drivers so they can fix bugs or improve them. Since some decade now, NVIDIA has a binary-only driver, which the open source people don't even want, because NVIDIA's like, our shit is so... Basically, NVIDIA being the nearly only company left that says, go fuck open source. Our stuff is so top secret, we're not telling you. So that's nearly the only company mostly left that doesn't have a proper open source driver. So NVIDIA is like forever a whole bitch company of like giving Linux shit. And so open source developers and that's the thing, like, you all were not listening. For 20 years, all the open source developers, from Linus Torvalds to myself, like actually, ironically, I said that 10 years before Linus Torvalds, right? I forever told everyone, no NVIDIA, no, it doesn't work. Like, no, just say no. And you all just went out and purchased this crap, this worthless pile of shit hardware. If it were not for all the YouTube influencers who chilled this shit hardware for like decades, like NVIDIA would be bankrupt. So you made this mafia country all big with buying this stupid shit from them. So yeah, that is why everything else works amazingly. NVIDIA is like also for this they have the control, right? They can deprecate drivers, and then you cannot all use your old GPUs, and then you need to buy new ones, and then you don't have an open source driver because NVIDIA doesn't support this shit anymore. I don't want to sound like a broken record and repeat the whole thing like day after day here, but you guys also keep like, can you not notify all your friends and family so they can all subscribe and like 100,000 people watch here, so I can tell this good old tales like once and not every day? It's a little bit time-wastingly broken record for me. So you're going SoC now with ARM. Who knows how long they will supply current working drivers for older cards? Of course not. They will always stop that. They will always deprecating this old shit after some years, because like, nah, supporting old shit too expensive for. Welcome your test. First time things like they never had an issue, so I'm curious what issue people are having. Well, the main issue is the NVIDIA driver is not an open source Linux driver. The NVIDIA driver is some Windows garbage edited by NVIDIA AI slop coding until it somewhat worked on Linux. It's closed source shit that you cannot modify and make work on your system. And also due to that, you can also run it like, because it's closed source and you cannot just modify, recompile, or make it better or fix some bugs. You can also not just use it on PowerPC, right? Remember like 20 years ago when people wanted to use PowerPC, but NVIDIA is like, nah, we're not doing PowerPC, go F yourself. And then ARM and NVIDIA is like, yeah, go F yourself. Like, you want to use NVIDIA and ARM, like, just go F yourself. Like, you know, like, and now RISC-V, like NVIDIA is like, nah, we're not RISC-V. Like, you want to, how dare you want to use our expensive silicon with RISC-V? That's obviously go F yourself, right? And basically NVIDIA is like this NVIDIA guy, whatever this rich dude's douchebag's name is. This Huang Chang Seng, someone there. He's basically the whole Louis Rossmann, whole bitch New York landlord guy of like, just he's basically the go F yourself guy, right? He's just taking your money and then like, go F you. And it also, like, such documentation should be the most normal thing of the world. for most hardware we have documentations in some way, shape or form, but just NVIDIA is like, no, our stuff is so secret so that you don't see how broken and scammy all our benchmark faking shit is, so we're not giving you documentations. But what's your take on LibreOffice, take on EuroOffice? I don't even know what's... Isn't EuroOffice mostly some web thing? Is that not some web office for whatnot thing of cloud things? I'm not a fan of cloud things. I like to run my software locally. I can also not, like, I have no time to look into each new thing. I do not like this cloud, like if this EuroOffice thing is some cloud software thing, I do not like cloud software. I'd say this is the most slow, buggy. This is also the least efficient way to program, the least efficient way to work. Like I don't get this. Like the cloud stuff is only to vendor log in and charge you a subscription. The original frame buffer still works on NVIDIA. I think you just ditch the whole GPU selection and use a small BIOS buffer. The original frame buffer still things to display LOL. Yeah, but first of all, stuff without acceleration sucks. Okay, how many YouTube things? So your kernel could then technically compete with Linux. You have all the same ins and outs. Merge kernel with OS and then be all in one. I would not merge anything. So most common problem I have fact Linux distros as well drivers. Every single time I have changed one another and the brightness driver. Things use brightness control, but I mean, yeah, some random things can, I mean, shouldn't play Microsoft too. My old laptop NVIDIA things terrible Linux even with shit to proprietary drivers. Yeah, just don't buy NVIDIA. Like, I don't know why you all brought NVIDIA. The warning signs are every computer scientist for 20 plus years said don't buy this stuff. You all guys always listen to this YouTube influencers. Yeah, frame buffer. I mean, it's also there is not like original frame buffer on modern systems. It's EFI frame buffers. It's not not original frame buffer. But like saying to use a system with frame buffer is like no dynamic display configuration or acceleration. No, it's like no. Basically, Libre accuses Euro being de facto ally Microsoft cause they're fully supporting Microsoft. I have not heard about this. Are you sure that's even true like that? Okay, so we did things here. Wait, this data is still downloading. Oh man. I mean, yeah, maybe I should just make a talk channel. Like we probably would literally grow. No NVIDIA and no Apple. Yeah, of course not. Like, of course not proprietary stuff. Like, if you buy proprietary stuff, you always only have problems, right? Why do you want to have problems? I don't understand this. Buy standard conformant and open stuff, and not vendor locked in stuff. I have the most computers of all of you, and I have the least problems. That is because I mostly buy open stuff. The nearly only system where graphic doesn't fully work is like my PS3 because it has NVIDIA R6. Stopping you from buying some. They did not give up, but they decided they develop a big card with nothing. course, you can link it there. The first MacBook Retina Pro was ever overheated after 2 years, and the trackpad type most makes things good. I had the first Retina MacBook Pro. My sister-in-law is still probably using it. I gave it to her nearly for free for birthday some time ago, because like the first Retina MacBook, I mean, first of all, the first Retina MacBooks had image retention problems. They were overheating from the beginning. It was the Intel stuff from 10 years ago. The other problem is they didn't do 4K at 60 Hertz because only the NVIDIA, I mean, first of all, they also had an NVIDIA GPU, and the Intel iGPU could only do 4K at 30 Hertz, and due to that on macOS you could also on the external output not do 40K 60 Hertz. On Linux and Windows you probably could with the NVIDIA driver, but on macOS no 4K 60 Hertz. So. Just before the Euro office announced. Yeah, I mean the whole Euro office thing is a little bit shady, you all. I don't have time for this. Like, yeah, the whole Euro office thing is shady at best and whatever. Is this still like bloody loading here, or what's even going on? Okay, we also don't need the status stuff. You guy always, I mean, maybe I should simply not answer random things because they waste so much of my time, you all. I'm also kinda not really interested in random things. I have enough to do, not random. More than expected. Why are there so many? Okay, glibc. Oh, that here probably is an interestingly good change. But why does glibc get in there? I don't understand this. glibc should not get in there. I don't know why glibc. Oh shit, I should debug that. I don't have wish to debug that. Then I was making a matter things. Apart from massive effort firmware out of binary ropes, is it correct that technical things apart from massive effort driver and firmware out of is correct that exact 100% decompilation is not possible? Well, 100% decompilation of x86 or so should probably be kinda be possible, but like one thing you probably cannot easily decompile is the firmware, right? Like the firmware that's NVIDIA, the firmware is running, I mean, except maybe the new firmware is RISC-V, but it might also be decrypted. If you mean NVIDIA decompilation, it depends if you mean the x86 part or the very large instruction work GPU part. A driver or firmware is just binary property, just like instructions, but might have similar. M4 is sufficient. I have to run a benchmark in the background to keep your wrist from freezing. My M1 gets pretty warm as you all. 2012 could burn your legs, yeah. I mean, my M1 Max gets surprisingly warm, but... yeah, what? Oh, there is no two things. Oh wait, I didn't Git yet. Why is Git even in? I hate Git all over the place. So I will not do cache update things here every day. I just wanted flight gear. I'm surprised it did build it. I thought it would probably... Oh, here's also slide update. Why do we have... Did we rebuild? I mean, this here is probably real, and this probably... I'm just surprised that we still get that here, man. But it used Qt whatnot thing now. It used Qt6, no? I thought it had that. Oh, it's remove from depth things for... Whatever was going on there. Not really. Oh, this SOF. Why is this SOF firmware getting in there? This is so sus, man. Huh? This is not Perl. Ah, Perl. Oh shit, seriously? Seriously? That sucks. Okay, we need to figure some clever... Oh, this has been really... Okay, we need to figure this here someday. I'm surprised it's that many. We rebuilt so much recently. I mean, this is 25, so okay. It's also 25. It's also 2025. I mean, this 2025, I'm surprised it didn't. Maybe. I mean, these are actually vital cache dependency things. It's probably just that usually it's probably the first time in a while I force rebuilded Qt things. Why did I do this for profiling, huh? Okay, this union is brand new, I guess. Yeah, this union is brand new. Okay, unexpected, but good. Where are we here? Oh, 88%. Oof. Imagine you would curate all those dependencies manually, man. Just wonder why Python gets in there now. Solid is... Why is that Python popping up more often now than before? Hope you don't mind. There are about 3 packages with dead links working, fixing mirror. Intermediate. Do you ever code on CRT for old time's sake? I didn't have a CRT. I gave my fancy CRT that I got, like when I was like 19 or so, I got a CRT for free at the company I worked as AutoCAD draftsperson. I used that for quite some years. That's probably burned quite some electrons, man. I gave that thing I got for free away for free in like 2004, I guess. I didn't have a CRT since then. I only recently got myself a CRT, but so I don't code on them. I just sometimes use them. Actually, I liked the picture, like especially I got a very fancy 20.9 inch IBM CRT that's surprisingly amazing. The only thing is that it consumes quite some electrons. That's a little bit... I wonder also how long it will last with electron beam things and capacitors. I didn't code on that yet. Like maybe we live stream coding from that soon, just for kicks and visual sake. But I also would kinda not full-time code from that due to the sheer use of electricity and burning out phosphorus things or whatnot things more now. Dump asking, but for the drivers, I understand that reverting from machine code binary to C or high languages. But how do games get decompiled? Of course, you can mostly. They are pretty good. I mean, it's decompiling to C is not always easily possible, but they are pretty good disassembler things. Also, like most people don't historically didn't compile to C, but most just studied stuff from the assembler, like where it's stuff written, or like tracing a lot of stuff was also traced from MMI. You don't need to disassemble that for reverse engineering. You can you can trace the memory mapped IO things, and you can I did this actually. I have a lot of videos. I think you guys you all wanna go through my YouTube library. We even started to do that for the Matrox Parheliar that never had a open source driver. Here we started to do some driver. The irony is some Amiga guy recently contacted me and got really on my nerves. Like this was so unfriendly. Some strange Amiga guy, like maybe even he did some commercial Amiga drivers. Like he was begging me to like, please give me the source you did here. Like, and it's like for my Amiga things. And then like he's selling an Amiga driver and he's begging me. He bombarded me with so many messages on Instagram. And I was like, the first message was like, dude, I didn't even write much code there. There's not really much more than was in the video. But he kept bombarding me, which is like, someone who charges for his Amiga drivers is begging me for my reverse engineering results. It's like, it's hilarious. But that's the thing. I do stuff here for video and for free and stuff, and then commercial people is like, give me open source stuff. Like, give me. It's like, dude, just let me be. Like, stop wasting my time. Like supporting people who make. And then I was like, dude, where's even your source? It's like, yeah, maybe I open source it eventually. It's like, dude, why do you keep begging me for my sources when you don't even release your sources? Yeah, this was like LOL. Like after 2 messages, like my first message was there was not there. I do not have much more codes than was in the video because I seriously don't. And then my second message was like, dude, where's even your code? Do you have a GitHub? And then he's like, yeah, maybe eventually. It's like working on it. It's like, nah. But then he kept bombarding me, and like, I just ignored it. Like, I have no time for this bullshit. But I also like, I don't even have more driver, right? I looked at this in principle. I guess it's possible. It's like, yeah, I have other things to do first. But yeah, that is 2026. Commercial people are begging you for your open source stuff. How dare you don't open source? Like, you live off donations, and how dare you open source more? It's like, dear you guys. Okay, that's probably documentation. I probably just commit this like this because filtering this gives me literally nothing. It's only more, okay, this year I don't want to have, which is years, okay, 20. So what this is doing is caching. So this is real. This is actually fixing a real bug. So that's actually valid. Goods at least. How old is it? Yeah, 2020. This is overdue. I'm just surprised how much I rebuilt the caches that we still have stuff here. That's crazy. Cargo? Rust? The searching can rust now? Oh. This thing did rust things now? Seriously? I mean, I will commit it like this. Basically, it's better to overcache dependencies. I cannot always analyze each set, which I kind of should. Okay, 2025. Like this stuff is seriously real, man. So yeah, given they are old, they are probably vastly more accurate now. We did a lot of improvements since then. Just a little bit unexpected. I wanted to do other things. But that's what people don't see, right? Like, it's just constant maintenance. Here's some bits, here's some bits. It's not even what I wanted to do today. In the meantime, I've kind of forgotten what I wanted to do today. Yeah, so it's 2025. Like, it's... okay, this here is also new. Like, this was not even a valid cache. This was cross-compiled. This was just a copy of some... is this corrosion? Yeah, this is totally real. Holy, is it unexpectedly, but good. Okay, what is Kate here or GP? Okay, some are probably optional depths here. So, but that's certainly important for cross-build, right? So we need this for parallel package scheduling, otherwise stuff is randomly missing features. There is a node and kernel, enough nodes. Same here, did one key programmer after... Same here, I did one key programmer after reversing all tricks that required. Got even one guy try ask details with undercover name he admitted later. Again asking yeah, this is open source. You get barely funding and so commercial people are begging you for your stuff. It's ridiculous. And also don't want to pay something. Why do we get so much Python now? Is this even real? Do we do something? I mean, it's not the most important thing. But in general, it works pretty nice. It's not very... I mean, this is a little bit larger, if that's probably maybe true. So this decoration increased from this to this. Crazy things. Yeah, all the 2025 things is vastly needed updates. Good that we gradually do that. Oh, 2024, look at that. Crazy. Crazy how much I rebuilt that previously that didn't recache, man. This is 2025, yeah. I mean, this Python, I mean, actually we could check one. Let's check this. Let's check what Python stuff is going on here. Which thing does Python know? Oh, that did Python for something. It did Python. I guess. Don't know for what. Not sure if that's 100% correct, but when it gets annoying, we can review that. It's holy image format grew from 2 to. Oh, fuck! I think the sizes are with. Oh shit! The sizes are with debug info. That is why they grew so much. Ah, damn it! That's unfortunate. Maybe I spent the extra effort, and yeah, again extra effort, right? Let's do smartly. But no debug symbols. Let's force rebuild those, it doesn't take that long. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's rebuild everything that we force cache here. Force rebuild those without debug symbols for more correct size. And even with more tweaks done, last thing is even cooler. Yeah, but no, C development is not cool. I never liked C development. C is really it's a not good and error prone language. You can write halfway decent C code, but most people don't. We need a better language anyway. So where are we? 142 builds. Good. Then isn't the exa code written Objective-C for Apple? Yes, it's not. Actually no. I think we. So what? Also, it's called exact scan. That's using it's partially written in Objective-C++. It obviously has some C components. It even has, also C++. So even exact scan, like exact scan is a major project, right? Like exact scan has a million lines of code. So yeah, it's using C, C++. It's probably, I don't think it's using Objective-C. I think it's only using Objective-C++. I would be surprised if we have a pure Objective-C file in this project. I mean, it's not impossible, but most likely all Objective-C files in that project are Objective-C++. Yeah. Okay, so other things. Actually, so I'm surprised. Flight gear build. Do we... Okay, so next things. Okay, LibreOffice build 2. Yay! Did I commit this already? I committed this already. Amazing. Then, okay, I wanted to fix flight gear. That fixed itself. If maybe someone fixes, I don't know. Or does it just flight? Did someone fix? Okay, amazing. Because I think did I update Zimgear? Yes, that was me. C# is reversed. Yeah. Is everything ever in C# things? Is anything ever in C that you run across? Retrieve a few sources. I hope you don't mind. There are three packages. I saw this. So I would prefer if you. I didn't feel like commenting. I actually started reading that earlier when you first posted this. I would prefer if we only changed URLs to official URLs. What I originally need, I need to modernize our. No, we actually need a mailing list again. Oh, if just all the mailing list software. Like, is there any good mailing list software, you all? Yeah, we need a new mailing list. We need to improve our infrastructure. Mailing list, mirror. So the mirror is currently only down. Like, so it's the mirror is up, but it's currently not reseed. It's promise official pages. Are that some move to GitHub? Some. I mean, if they have a mess, like. Actually, for stuff that's really dead. I mean, first of all, do we not have really dead stuff on our mirror? The mirror was only not updated the last month. Like, really old shit should be on at least my main mirror. Maybe not Kuluk's mirror. Yeah, so we need Kuluk. Are you here, Kuluk? Like, we need to seed the unofficial mirrors. We need to seed them more officially. I would expect all vintage crap be on my mirror. Only the new stuff is not on there because I didn't arsing it the last months after I had to modernize some architecture bits and pieces. I think the best thing to properly document mostly dead things is if we want to switch this to valid URLs also to satisfy Repology, is to switch those links to archive.org and not some random university or random dude side. Everything else would be a little bit sus. I mean, where they move to GitHub, of course, move to GitHub. Okay, so what other things did I wanted? I wanted this update. We talked so much, like also only 1 hour. It feels already like 2 hours. Okay, the next thing I wanted to do is actually unify. I wanted to unify this help things now that you started to run full download. You kinda shouldn't do run full download. Okay, you so T2 does T2 downloads on the fly, right? So at maximum you should run required. Like, did you just like download all? Like, why do you do that? I mean, okay, maybe it's that unused old crap. But why would you download all? Like, normal users and developers, like, never. Why do new people always try the most cursed? You just wanted to make yourself work? You wanted to create work for you? So T2 auto download stuff on demand. And at most you should run required, like if you build a target, but most normal users should just T2 install, and T2 install will download on demand. Maybe that's not documented like that enough. So what I realized the other day with the usage thing is that all the things usage differently now, and that sucks. Maybe same I do one key programmer after reversing all tricks. What? Asking again. I think I run download, config system required. Okay, the thing is, the question is what you configured your system. Like maybe system required still does all packages. The question is, do you want to build it? Like, the question is, what did you try to achieve and what do you try to build? Was there even? Yeah, so we should here somehow. Oh, is this wrong? We should somehow find some more unified way to list our help thing. Because right now it's a little bit in chaos. $113, yay. I followed quick build in 7 easy steps and was thinking, okay, download failed for packages, it's not good. Maybe we need to more clearly point out that you should not build everything. Maybe we should more clearly point out to limit your packages to some hundreds and not just build everything with 6,600 packages. So the problem here is maybe we simply remove outputting the script name here in all things. Yeah, this is even worse. I will not build all those 1,000 packages for your Raspberry Pi 5. Yeah, again, for your Raspberry Pi 5, depending. So people should only build a target if they plan to distribute it to other people. Like if you just install T2 on one thing, you should just use the T2 pre-built things and install and use that. I was trying to learn. ChatGPT says T2 is more explicitly a system. Talks describe it in both. It's talk and I was trying to learn things. It's doc describe it as both desktop and 2 for. Sounds somewhat correct, yes. Bootable server desktop driver and Raspberry Pi using 2 with minimal packages. Yeah, if you want more minimal packages, but you could also, I mean, our desktop stuff is relatively minimal with only KDE, XFCE. I mean, these days, maybe use this desktop thing and okay, some minimal things. What is things requested not compatible with Plasma quick config? That's unfortunate. Oh, because which one would that be? Maybe this. Yeah, this is super annoying. The minimal different minor version. This stuff doesn't build anymore. It's not a fan. So now we rebuild the whole selection here, but without force, so that's only building the failing things. And there, wait, there was also Plasma keyboard. Was there? Let's see. Not Cody of what does that seem? What does this thing want? PIM things, couldn't find things. I mean, I think some packages have built with slightly different version shit. I mean, this should also not have been done like this. Which one of this would that be, man? Yeah, we made so much work and then this is so silly. It's yeah, we kinda need to make it better, but it's also a little bit of an upstream issue of slightly different version doesn't want to build. It's hello, welcome everyone. Okay, maybe I eat my leftover yogurt because I'm crazy hungry. Oh, why is this bloody shit not building? PIM things? PIM config? What the heck? Is this just some ordering thing or MIME contacts? Why is this so stupid? Can't make this stupid shit up, man. I mean, we probably should, if someone is motivated to look up which KDE built with slightly different minor version anyway, stupid config option. I think we should do this, it's just waste of time. Especially if you just want to test something or update one thing. I mean, no other software is like this. No other, I mean, yeah. We have 2,500 Linux distributions and then this stuff is so stupid. Oh man, build times. Okay, maybe there's an option for this, maybe capital H or whatever. You can also just do it like this. So. What have the other patches hard-coded? So we are, as you see, but so this is all, as you see, this is all how much work it is to do all this stuff, right? People always see it's not in the news. It's like a successful project has like such kind of things all over the place, right? Some improvements here, some help, some usage, some what even bloody what? I don't even anymore. Okay, YOLO. Let's do your one last pass and what didn't rebuild. It's only rebuild, what didn't build shouldn't be that much left, and then we commit these cache things here. Maybe as a first thing we replace this with a script name, so that's not super ideal though. Maybe we remove it completely, because like this you do T2 build target help or help build target, and you get usage a differently named build target. The problem is this will error out after this Akonadi crap here. And we could build the rest already, kind of, sort of. Or I hate this. This is so. I can really not fix this. Yeah, 6,000 packages to fix. It's tiny little bit of work. Yeah, let's totally right. Okay, let's first do that here. Although it's not ideal. Which one is it? Tools. Why was it even ever written like this? We could also remove it completely, kinda. Package format. Yeah, not ideal. It's Maybe first unify on something halfway decent. Wait, this doesn't have a... Oh, because it doesn't have an upstream thing. Spectacle on a Codio or OpenCV things. No drop of yogurt wasted here. ASMR yogurt consumption live here on this channel. Good. That thing builds. Usage exit? What is that even? Check system. If one. That is funny. That is like literally F12, yeah, thank you very much. That is funny, you all. Okay, let's not do any needs. Just not really our style. Yeah, somehow 20 years ago, just we had scripts like what does it do here? Substitute stuff. What does it do even here? Oh, this generates. This is clever. It generates a placeholder. Which one is it? I don't know. We could also simply remove that from all things. I don't know, you all. I mean, if we would not have this in here, like maybe we should just remove it. That would save ourselves quite some issues here. Build. I mean, theoretically, should this not be build or cache or full or no check or also this is also okay. I mean, theoretically, theoretically you can specify them all together. So then the syntax is that. I think we just remove it and save. It is what it is. You usage things and delete things. Config key. So I noticed this last night because of patches, and What is it even? Create desk page package. Yeah, I mean this name here is just superfluous, and then it's funny how differently all those things here were written, man. What is that here? Create error list. Which setup? You can show your setup? What do you mean with shh? Scripts were written over the years as needed. Maybe there is always no author existing. Maybe the well-known was author since. Yes, of course. I mean, you sent the patch. Ah, here, look at this. Most of the stuff builds now. Yay. So cache things of that, right? Then SED this stuff away again, like temporary hotfixes. That's how we do it, right? Don't delay SED today. Of the world outside streams being type of place that I miss so much. Code therapy things. It's this what? After all the stupidity of the world brings a type of peace. Appreciates this. Except I say fucking NVIDIA, but totally peaceful here, except someone mentions NVIDIA. Yeah, which setup do you need to see more? Oh, good. Okay, revert here of grabbing things of diff stat things here. It's just denoising this stuff a little bit. So what do we have left? Word count L. Okay, that's about what we had before. So the difference is at this time most things should be rebuilt, so the sizes should be without debug info, hopefully. Good that we noticed that. I mean, it would not be that embarrassing, or there is still. Oh, Qt6 tools. So not all sizes updated. Okay, you know what we do? Now we have the issue that our cache update doesn't copy it because setup tour, yes, but you said in person you wanted, didn't you? Also others in the I didn't tell you. I only said that sounds like a good plan. Others in the community said that. Yeah, what setup do you need? I still didn't get an answer there on Twitch. So do this again. Git things and other SED things. What else do we have here? Git things of Git of all Git things. So that hopefully should now, because I think we rebuild everything, right? So now we have it's quite okay. Let's hopefully final review. So what this for everyone uses, we auto cache dependencies. It's getting increasingly good. I think I had here 1 and 2. I had to think one other as for. Python. Okay, we just reverted this. Perl on NetTools. Yeah, I should analyze this. I just realized because I just remembered because I just deleted this. This increasingly should be the last manual done things. I'm surprised we still, like after all the efforts, we still find that much at all. Courses, YOLOs. The build time also vastly fluctuates. You're not happy about that, really. Yeah, this should be done fully automated as tested, and every future bug should be like really addressed. Okay, this union is new, so this was a copied, so this is just different because this is a new package where we copied the cache from another package template. Yeah, Python YOLO. Yeah, now the install size is vastly more similar. Also, like, funny that this is vastly less files, but whatever, not my department. Python was in there, not really sure what's up there. Hey, that's even Sonnet, it's even smaller than before, whatever. Where are we here? This is by the way Control G. Inless. Okay, config. Actually, this is probably correct. This is probably was incorrect. Yeah, 2025. Yes, that was our previous main package. That's correct. Present things. I mean, how other distributions even write this stuff, probably completely manual or whatnot, is beyond my. Like just curating this auto-generated stuff is already enough work, at least for one person. Some random things here. Okay, screen whatever. The reason is, so first of all, we gradually do that because otherwise people have no motivation and concentration to review this course noise. And then it's also less changes, right? Some changes here, some changes here. We don't break everything on. We should get the last random things here, but it is possible that they really changed their code, and it is possible that previously it did that and now it doesn't anymore. Not sure about all those Python things though. This here surprisingly became smaller for reasons. So we cache the install side. What is that here? Okay, this is also a new package. It's a new package with a wrong cache template copied. The funny thing is people wish here some setup, show you setup, and then don't respond to my questions of what setup even. My editor setup, my live streaming setup, my people always want to have, just give me more. But not even answering a question of what setup even. My dot files. I mean, if we, yeah, we could. Oh, here holidays. Okay, holidays. Yay. Bison. How much is it even out? Hey, 20. Okay, it's mostly KDE as expected. Why is this stuff fluctuating that much? But is it all optional dependencies? So many image codec optional dependencies. Okay, we saw this earlier. Might be optional stuff. What's that? Oh, this is that new package. Amazing. Not sure what happened here with CMake. Oh, flight gear. Yay, that's actually a pretty useful and accurate cache. Amazing. Okay, perf. It's probably docbook. It's probably ASCII doc. I could revert this, but that's more work, and basically we can commit this as a reminder that more cache stuff. Okay, amazing. Then, as amazing. So the only build error is actually Firefox. Oh, my coffee. So yeah, how do you want this stuff here? I mean, this is even short enough for that actually. User prefix configs. Yes. Man, what do I type here? Firefox is, for me, I mean, first of all, complex software. It's newly failing for ARM version 9 because of SIMD, SVE, and Neon optimization. I mean, it's not always failing, right? So it's sometimes failing, for example, for some new Firefox is by far the one you fix. Is it? I don't know. It's a good question. It doesn't really feel like that though. Oof, I don't even. I mean, oof. I mean, maybe it's top 5. It surprisingly doesn't really feel like that. Although, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe you're right. What? What do we have here? Things usage. What is that even? Wait, package list? Wait, what did this code have here previously? Actually, this is how it had said. I mean, we changed slightly printing this to standard error. I mean, maybe this here needs that to standard error because maybe the output is piped to the file usually. probably a good reason this had this. But this had this. Actually, that is interesting syntax. Probably Claire did do such tricky things I usually didn't do. Look, I give credit where credit is due. Damn it. Does this work like this? Should, huh? Cool. Holy chipmunk. That's fancy. Do you use NASM things? Good assembler for ARM. I don't usually use, like, if I use assembler, I usually use GCC inline assembler. I have used FASM, but I don't like FASM. Well, I mostly do inline assembly. I didn't really. No. Is this syntax? My typing. It doesn't help to use different layouts during the day. Is this the right syntax for that? If someone spots here an issue with syntax things, it wasn't the usage macros, the things. It was like this. It was previously, it printed the usage manually with echo, so, but this works like this. I think I tested this sufficiently. Update package. And theoretically the syntax is differently, right? I think so. Official, fancy, it's like this. Package ver. Do we even need to document it like this? Holy shit. I need to learn this keyboard layout, man. Beyond last file. We unfortunately need to redo that here again. Because previously I only grabbed the ones with, so mostly in C things use GCC. Yeah, GCC cling. Probably does cling. Does LLVM probably provide LLVM but do they? But that's probably for LLVM syntax, right? So I'm not changing all the And that's funny, usage no arguments, right? What do we do for it doesn't have arguments? This way is like a tab enough? Oh shit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So tab would land us there. Should we tab indent that, or is it evil? Why does this have here that much excessive white space? Maybe for ASCII art reasons. Because ASCII art reasons. I think this looks alien. I mean, we could like let's add the tab here. I don't know. Yeah. If someone here has, why is this doing a spacer thing here of? Okay, let's. Here's a hear me out. What if we, so everyone has widescreen things these days, right? So what if we just this, like, is this not at least somewhat better? So if anything triggers you here, if you spot any typo, just let me know, right? Wait, this is so short. Why do we do this normally? I think that's an improvement. That's certainly not everything at scientific usage syntax. I am not a professional usage writer. This probably should have here all. This probably should have that here, right? This, or what is it even? What is the name of check package formats? Actually, I don't know if you can. For package in things and package dir. I don't even know if you can. Probably that should be that here, but if, I mean, maybe we should read the Wikipedia article for Unix standard usage things. Usage things, check package format, repository. Yeah, it's like basically repeating this, like I like this here more. It's certainly nice that you late at night pointed me to that. Like that's basically a result of so many new T2 users, like some sending a patch here and there, and then I was like, okay, it's maybe really not super totally amazing, right? Yeah, it only takes a team, right? It takes new people, fresh blood to like decades later look at your usage output and come to the conclusion of like, dude, that's such a mess. Should be package name, should be which one? Here, check package version, repository things. By the way, would it be look better of like option here and in which script package name should be without this one here? Are you sure? Is it not? If you specify repository, you don't need package name, right? If you mean this one. But if I make here any mistake, just let me know. Optional args first, positional args lost always. What do we have here? Build. I mean, theoretically that is build or full deers. Wait, do we need even this here? Like, actually, we don't need this here because it's, you can specify this, and actually, I kind of think that's correct because you can add all of them, but nah. Am I of the guy who leaked the government documents, WikiLeaks? How do I remind you and Julian Assange? You guys are funny. I mean, Edward Snowden I could understand. I mean, at that rate, what do I look? I look like Linus Torvalds, Edward Snowden, Serious Sam. Like, what's next? Even what is even what's I lose overview. Who am I literally looking at all of them? I just look like everyone, right? What do we have here? Commit things cache full package or files. I guess maybe. Delete stuff. Okay, we did this. Other options. Profile. Create things with profiling. Wait, what? Config. Okay, YOLO is whatever. Oh, what curse did I come in to create checksum patch? Holy chipmunks. Yeah, 20 years ago we didn't give much thought. Everyone just YOLO'd their own arguments here. I hate the syntax highlighting, it's so confusing. So just give me black and white, right? Override. Override. Help. This. We don't need to document that, do we? Package, what do we have? Check package. Basically this, or this. Actually, it is package name. Do we even? It's not or. It's any combination of those. Oh, man, I need to learn scientific syntax for this stuff, man. Is this like override and then package name, target file? I think listed options, a separate list is fine. No need to list every option in a single listing options as what? If I unify this now, I thought like we unify this a little bit more. What do we have here? What was this? Disk patch? What does it even do? I've no idea what it does. disk format. I've no the heck. I totally don't know what that does. What does it even do? Initial import 2003. I think I never use this. What does this do? Filtering unsupported duplicate option things. There is a standard for help, just unwritten rules on how to should look like. I think we delete this here. I never used this in 20 years. I didn't even kind of realize it's there. We should not accumulate. This is also why I'm not the greatest fan of adding your 404 things. What I rather would do. Do we document this here somewhere? Cut, edit, as age. What the fuck? Things create desk patch can help you there. I would rather we keep T2 clean and like. Please use text in the same order as they're listed in this file. Oh, I didn't even realize this. Oh, interesting. I did even ignore our own. I did not even know that was a written rule. Hey, 25 years later, my own project. I mean, I kinda did it like that, but I didn't. I mean, maybe I wrote that even. I don't know. I mean, basically, we did it like that. I just didn't know that this was a written rule. Cool. This is also I never use this kind of stuff. It's like I forgot that this was there. I mean, it just deletes this. I think this is what I think we should rather do is we should rather, as I said the other day, we should rather create a more intelligent T2 query thing of like T2 edit select like some, but that's because the thing is the reason why I think this is counterproductive is if new people come and say, look here, they find some old abundant stuff that even I didn't use in 20 years. Right? This is why I deleted already some random stuff the last years, and T2 should not be a accumulation of random things of what is even Z here? That's also some strange random script here that I never knew existed. Initial import, like holy shit. Commit messages were something else 20 years ago when we were young and naive, but I have no idea what that was. I forgot that this was there. I think that's something we totally don't really need. it's much nicer to come and look here if there's not like cursed stuff that even I didn't use in 20 years. Let's try them all. Maybe with stuff and then wait, emerge, there's still emerge. Did I not check all? Have I not been through all of them? Okay, this usage is now off by 1. You cannot 7s, okay. What did you have here? Up? I mean it's T2 help download, right? So I think this is pretty superfluous here. By the way, now we just learned that this is superfluous, right? We just learned, like, literally we don't need this. Look, if you just learn advanced sales scripting, you don't... Should this not work like this? Why is this looking so colorful? I'm pretty sure it should work like this. Yeah, that's what people not see, right? Like even this here is work. Let's download. on default. More option things of. I mean, repeating the name here so often is a little bit. Nah. I mean, this here gets a little bit excessive, but got to do what you got to do, I guess. What do you think? Disk file. Oh shit, this. Oh no, it's, oh no, this can be combined actually. Doesn't need or. So all. Better. Where option things. Some of the formatting here are here. Better. Usage option desk file things. I think it's better, less noisy. I mean, still not perfect, but yeah, at the end of the day, right? Everything needs to be perfect. Usage needs to be perfect. Website needs to be perfect. This syntax here works, right? DL to yeah. Learned something new today. I never thought about redirecting some built-in conditional thing. Shell programming for the win. So what's our stuff doing here? Usage things of. Look, this is why we did this. Here, look at this. This is so garbage here. That is why I even started doing that. Usage X. Best still best. I'm wouldn't kind of rephrase it like this, but for all the haters, I mean, also it's mostly shell programming. I would call it shell, but for all the haters, like it's a 10x 200. It's a orders of magnitude reduction of like if you write this in C or stuff or Python, then like all this stuff. It's shell scripting is just more native for this scripting Unix command thing. So. Yeah. So then there was some more thing. Oh, there's also copy dir. Usage copy dir is actually I'm not really the most biggest fan of. Here, look, instead of that, we better output here the C thing. Matching thing where matching thing. Oh, what did I screw up? Here. It goes like this. We have here, we see so scripts. Here we screwed this up. And also I think I don't like this here. Like this is too. This is too meh. Okay, we have still create. By the way, I hope I had here no. Did we check that I had here no? Modification. create package repository package name URL. Ah, where you go? Other options, usage, profile, example. Because this example is do we have here apply usage, bench usage? Is that the last thing? I mean, we could as a compromise. I'm not sure if it's the super most amazing thing, but I mean, either or we just, you know, actually this is, I mean, my do we usually have there some space? I mean, any other consistencies if someone else wants to further consistency things. But here is, okay, here we have some trailing. Okay, this must also be, like, this must also be enough. Basically, if you wanted to test stuff, that would be that. Upgrade is, upgrade, because it's emerge. Is this better now? Or should they have had a... means this SED starts without a new line. Basing our precious stuff off of one example. Yeah, so really we could convert them all to cat EOT. Was that not some? Okay, YOLO. If there's any, if I missed any, send a patch, huh? Usage, cache, fold, package of files. Are we golden? Should we ship it? Thoughts on reducing subshells, evils in these? Of course, if you can reduce, of course, wherever you can reduce, patch welcome. So, spacer. Quite some things. Yeah, if that ain't perfect, send a patch, I guess. I hope that's a huge improvement in consistency. If I would make it any more consistent, you couldn't afford it anymore. If here's any syntax error or otherwise improvement stuff, just, you know, the drill, just send patches, right? Oh, there is some update here. There is some good that we checked things. Even there is some. What is this download? Was it here not too? Oh, maybe there is. Ah, because it continues here. Okay. It's probably fine now. Yeah, that's what people don't see, right? Totally no effort. Totally no work. Totally nothing to see. So, things, probably usage, things of scripts. Oh, so is God who reply when you ask? That's a guy you need to write, like you also type with typos. Amazing. Especially as deleting. It's nothing that makes me more happy than deleting 20-year-old not used stuff. Okay, we had here. Okay, this was. Okay, we could. So that's a Qualcomm Snapdragon. Could do one update pass here. And now you delete your message. Just because I said you have a mid typo, you delete your message. That's so sad. Stop this message deleting business. That's fuzz. Oh. Ah. Some stretching. Stretch with me. So, coffee. Where is? Here it is. What did I miss here? No, it disappeared. Wonderful. Future. So the one also this here is right. So the one thing, what's my framework shell doing? Let's hope it's not complete garbage that's arriving here. Let's hope it comes tomorrow. That would be amazing. But now FedEx handed it to Hermes again, so now all bets. Where did Bootstrap ISO go? Probably in the incoming folder. Do we have incoming? We probably should move that over and list it. Is it not here in incoming? Wayland. I mean, this is slightly wrong named. It's not really Wayland. It's just my script named it. My auto script named it wrong. Yeah, theoretically. Man, thank you so much. Nice work. Nice super things. Thank you. Yeah, of course, it can always be further improved, but there is so much I can improve here. Right, 30 minutes, like 30 minutes here, 30 minutes here at the end of the decade. It's quite a significant project. Okay, update still updating. And thank you so much for all the super. Did I even set a goal? Oh, I said maybe. Did I? No, didn't set a goal. That's so sad. I forgot to set a goal. How should we ever reach our goal if we don't set our goal? Yeah, I hope it doesn't break something. There's always the risk of this quickly clean up. Oh shit. Maybe should not have. Yeah. Maybe some changes were lost, but it is what it is. So yeah, there's always a risk of breaking something, but that's what it is. Okay, we have probably basically some nice cache files here. Flight gear build there. I wonder if they fixed the last time I played Flight Gear on T2 Linux, they had a stupid bug that this default Cessna, whatever the default, it's probably the Cessna. They had a bug that this thing didn't, like the brake, like you cannot make this shit. How can, I mean, Flight Gear is so amazing, but then they release this with a known bug like for like a year. It's like, you just loaded, you just built it, you just started, you are with the default scenery, the default city, the default airplane, like all the defaults, and then if you release the brakes, your plane doesn't move. And then you mess with this for hours until you Google. Like, all the time I had to play this was like an hour or two. I spent like trying to figure out why this stupid Cessna didn't move. And then it's like, yeah, that's a known bug. It's like, how can the default airplane on the default airport have the bug that the brake release usually doesn't work? It's like, poof. I mean, yeah, T2 is also buggy and stuff, but like significantly open source major things, and then the brakes do not release. It's like, it's like the brakes stuck, man. Sorry, man. I had a delay. Thought it was a cringe compliment. Yep, that's fine. You shouldn't have deleted it. It's you're not the first person to ever say this. Oh, no, I didn't. What random updatey things did we find ourselves here? 5 things, plugins, 3. What? 2, 3. I don't know. Checksummer. What? Chip D of what? Patch welcome. Oh, right, I wanted to delete that. Was it all build? Where's this cache? I mean, we could just for formatting, I kind of oh wait, this should install as install. Okay, YOLO next time. Good, that thing done. Theoretically, Firefox and Thunderbird for I'm kinder, man. Maybe I should actually maybe I should go out and get some sunshine. Here, I should increasingly become a normal person again. And like the sun is shining. I see the sun. Here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. What's even the temperature? 19 degree? 22 degree. Alright, the one thing, okay, I'm not in the mood of Firefox and stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted of, probably they also didn't use it, right? SpaceX angeblich einfacher als not. KI satellite? Yeah, surprise. I mean, this is so ridiculous. This is so little tuning. It's like, I mean, why do we have such news? That is so newsworthy. Like, this is the lowest hanging fruit of totally unimportant. Yeah, no surprise. It's like, yeah, it's like, what is it, eight, like, yeah, it's like the bare minimum up. It's, yeah, we have been there from the first thing. We brought RDNA to high fives unmatched. Also didn't get any news for that. And current Intel and AMD stacks, it's like, yeah, some small startup CPU is trailing and current Intel and AMD. It's like, yeah, sure. I mean, software is not like both software and hardware. Like, software is next to nothing needed. Like, this is all hardware. Like, yeah. What should I say to this news side? Okay, so the other thing is, let's mentally prepare for this framework laptop. Just so we hopefully get, where is this pro thing? We probably get something like that tomorrow. So probably can't show you that much because it's some prototype thing, and they told me please don't show it much, might not match final physical appearance of things, which is it's a little bit so we can do here some influencing. So Ranty 2 install faster. What do you mean 1,000 dependencies with? How, on what system did you run this? Case is just suspended. Bootstrap ISO just testing. I mean, the best thing would usually be, it's probably not 1,000, but maybe some doesn't. But it's probably also depending on some optional things, right? It has also, the new version became probably a little bit bloated. And then you don't have Mesa, so this probably asks Mesa and stuff. So it's probably mostly doing the right thing, I would say. Do I still have that here? Of whatever I installed here on this so that's ARM64 VM. Terminal graphics for I mean, maybe it tries that. I mean, I get 2 questions. I mean, it like Bootstrap, you don't have Mesa, so you get Mesa question. But as a rule of thumb, if you want the most minimal stuff, you can just always say n star or just star. So basically no to every optional dependency. Also, fast fetch is... I kind of like the neo fetch shell stuff more than this C thing here. It checked for that, and what was the other image? It checks for image magic for whatever reason, so that are valid depths. Probably, does it check for Mesa or GL? It checks for EGL, so don't blame me for this stuff having this dependencies. So probably T2 does the right thing. I'm sorry. Looking for optionals. Again, trying this from Bootstrap. Yeah, I mean, Bootstrap, you don't have Mesa and stuff, right? So then if Mesa is optional, then it's optional. Don't blame me, blame the fast fetch authors for all their fancy dependency things. We only make it work, oh, it's supposed to be work. I mean, these are not 100 dependencies. This is, I mean, yeah, Xorg, Wayland, probably Vulkan for Vulkan things. I have no idea what it uses SQLite for. Like, yeah, Mesa optional. I mean, maybe it can do more optional. Like, if you want more optional, let me... I mean, it's probably even Z optional. It probably checks even for Z for Windows. Like, don't blame me that they want this potentially optional. The question is Lua optional? I don't know. Like, maybe that's not like quick.js. Like, holy shit. What was the other thing that I just? Oh, it's enabling LTO. Maybe we should. This is not how it shouldn't do that. But what was the other R? SQLite. SQLite. It does SQLite, so that's a real dependency there. In Arch repo, it steps on things, all the rest is opt. Yep, you can yes star or no star or just star. Does it not say that? Does it not have a tiny hint? I thought I left a little hint in there too. I mean, to test this, it's a little bit annoying now. Oops. To fully test this, I would need to... That is magic. I love magic. Exactly. Mine lived in hardened... what? Hardened memories. Shared things of cannot flatpak error while loading shared libsqlite things of... You kidding me? Why is Lua optional for SVN? That's not ideal. Please. What is Flatpak doing? Why do we have Flatpak in this? Where is this shit coming from? 2026, you enable desktop shit and then you have Flatpak shit all over you. Like, where is this sneaking in? Yeah, basically send patch, right? Like, just verifying this takes here a minute. I don't know why this is I don't know why this is all grouped like this. This is not really how we usually do that. Maybe someone didn't know. I don't know. Lure and SQLite. I have no idea what it does with it. Oh, that's not there for. Lure and SQLite things off. So, here it's installing 91. Can I steal their things and edit myself somewhere? Well, the 91 things are certainly only with Mazer and stuff, or not. Like this are not like 90. Like why do you say such wrong things? These are not 91. Like these are, I mean, with uninstalled stuff, like you installed, so it has 47 things that you need to build it, and it has 47 in total, of which are only those here are hard debs, which looks probably relatively, I mean, okay, probably this here is another soft deb. I don't know where you get your, like, you ask Bootstrap and then you get some libva things with, yeah, but with dependency change. This is in Arch also with dependency change, right? Like it's like, so I don't know why you say diff yourself, and I did the hard work for you already. Someone grouped this stuff here a little bit imperfect. I don't know who did this like this. It's probably not ideal here. This is someone did here strange things which I do not approve of, just like this, but this probably should, wait, where did I do that now? This probably should be slightly differently grouped here. I don't know why someone has done it like this. Oops. Yeah, do not group this stuff here like this. I mean, even this here doesn't belong together. If you specify this together, it's a dependency group. That's not a dependency group. I mean, maybe kind of sort of like this. Actually, this is for such an important package. What you saying? No, the XFCE stuff is probably independently. Records the top row, I can't see it on Twitch. Yeah, I moved that recently for some logging in reason. Do you need to see the first row usually though? Do you really lose that much? Didn't give me an editor. Like everyone likes another editor. You ask for Bootstrap, just T2 and Nano, NVI, NextVI, VI, Vim, Emacs, Neo Things. Dang, you ask for Bootstrap. If you don't want a Bootstrap, download Bootstrap. Modern people download Bootstrap and then complain it doesn't have an editor. It's not like you have some CPU, right? Good morning, everyone, team thing. This is a fun part, exactly. That's a fun part to T2 instant editor. So, here goes nothing. All right, so the last but not least. I was actually, so what to expect from the thing? So, what do we need? We need, I wonder if that will just work. Mentally preparing here for, I hope they send me some modules because I have none. I hope they are supportive of our... By the way, I checked earlier, like this looks pretty nice, but that's just a video, right? That's a little bit lame. Like, I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but like, yeah, click here of like stuff, right? Inspect. So it's... But yeah, I mean, yeah, that's... Yeah, probably needs to be pre-rendered, but... Yeah. Sensory. I wonder what is the max resolution of this. I wonder if, what was the framework 2 resolution? Because I seriously wonder if this RISC-V module can. What was it in this? This is E. What is this integrated or ED? Is this EDP? Is it embedded display port? Supports external EDP. Things up to 2.5K. Pico things where EDP connected display is used. Let's hope we don't have a combination that doesn't drive that. What? So keyboard, mouse, do they have here any? Okay, camera. I wonder if they ship me this with some x86 board inside. Maybe we make this an exclusive Twitch live stream and hope they don't see it. Maybe I even get an overhead camera out. Did you buy things or like aber? I get it donated. I would have purchased it, but they don't sell just I neither need nor do I have the money. I mean I have the money, but I also want that my family enjoys their life and not waste all my money on a 43rd computer. I would have purchased it, but they did not allow me to DIY stuff of just the shell, because currently they want to sell the stuff here. So they sent me one, but they sent me some abundant prototype things. So they said, please don't show because the physical appearance might not match final production. So not for like false advertisement and people complaining, but it's a YouTuber, it looked differently and now I want my money back, things. So yeah, I get donated with no further questions asked a abundant early prototype thing. I only asked for the shell, so I don't know. They did not tell me what they sent me. They only sent me they found some abundant shit in a corner and they will send it to me. So because we have here the deep computing and this, right? We have here RISC and ARM boards, right? So whether they are so kind to leave a potential prototype into an AMD board in there, I have no idea. We will see tomorrow or the day after. Encore 10 command things install minimal. That makes sense. Just the base system. That is amazing. So I'm using the bootstrap and try to understand T2 without the guides. Exactly, a nice text adventure. Everyone should do that. Did they say when they are finalizing cause could show this from after? I think they said that's a prototype thing and they don't want people to see it, kind of. Which, like, yeah, if you're a high quality company like Apple, you wouldn't people see their prototype. I think it's more like they want to avoid confusion of people to buy this when it looks slightly different or whatnot. Which is fair, right? Why does this not load? What did we do now? I'm not sure what did we do now that this doesn't load. What's website doing? Oh damn, I did ask for DE. Why is this DE, DE, and DE? What? Okay, let's hope this. Yeah, so basically nobody knows if that is compatible. Let's hope it is somewhat compatible. I mostly wanted to get the wires sticking out of what did they say? Seems like a fair request from them. Yeah, the only thing is I thought I do PR for them and for us, and now I can't show it. It's a fair request, but it doesn't help me really much. I thought we can use it for some, not only testing, but yeah, the thing is, when I travel now to some things, I thought I'd take a RISC-V laptop with me, and like this I cannot really conveniently take it with me. So I mostly wanted to see what could we expect. Do they have here any instruction things of okay, YOLO. Do they so EDP things, EDP interface 3 is 4. Okay, that looks about, I mean I don't have that here, so we have, but they say it's compatible, so let me check. That is, here is RISC-V. let's mentally prepare for what. I mean, this should be, as seen at other YouTubers, fairly easy. Where is the E? Oh, there is. Wait, there is. Wait a second. Let's Google the real thing. The real thing is deep computing mainboard 3 thing. Do we have here a... I mean, they say it's compatible, like framework says it's compatible with old boards, so do they have here EDP thing of do they have any more? Funny that they are DP external screen up to supports 2.2 screen. I hope it's compatible, not that we plug that together and it isn't. But framework says the old x86 board should theoretically be up forward compatible, so they said it should be backward compatible, so what does meta computing AI PC say? They say here interfaces, things of display, original 13 things, 3x2, 20B courses. Display is slightly better now, isn't it? Oh, actually I wanted to maybe packages, or did I close that? Clever would be to read schematics, but actually, I think I didn't want it to configure. I wanted to see... Oh no, actually the specs. What is the spec? I think it's slightly better spec, right? Oh wait, this is display. Yeah, 2.8K touchscreen. Like if we are really unlucky, I might be unlucky and the ARM boards, we might be unlucky and the RISC boards cannot drive this display, but I think many people click on this stuff that this is so slow, huh? Display, and this is really loading slowly, huh? Okay, YOLO. Okay, I guess we will see what happens. Yeah, we will see tomorrow or the day after, depending on how fast delivery services are. Prototype RISC-V board and prototype chassis. Will be a 100% prototype. Okay, what's going on? Random things doing stuff with meter. What? Yeah, old people still times finish things. Poisoning people. Poisoning people is not good. Why would you do that? Like, never poison people. Okay, so that's done. What was the other thing? All right, I had here some. Oops. Good. This we will find tomorrow. I mean, yeah. I mean, worst case, we don't have display. Let's yeah. Here's some editor. Some new editor. The question is, how cursed will that be to build? I thought like maybe I quickly package some package. Oh, I also just logged out again. Let's see, do all those scripts still work after modifying them? What will you do with the framework board? Test T2 builds, development fixes. I don't know if it like mostly I wanted the chassis, the surrounding stuff for this RISC and ARM boards. Whether they accidentally left an Intel or AMD board in there, I have no idea. I only wanted to test the RISC-V things. How many computers do you have? Like maybe 42. So 42 old things. Practical to editor. Wait, did I do this wrong? Oh, did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. I did this wrong. I mean, I did this right, just this git link was. The git thing didn't look sync. 42 exactly. So what you do is okay. That's this. Basically, I wanted to use this to promote T2 on ARM things better because the only, I mean, okay, I have a netbook, like since recently I have a netbook, this Toshiba, but that's 15, 16 years old, slow garbage. Yeah, the idea was to use that to promote T2 and framework and RISC-V things, but not being requested not to show it that much is not particularly helping. SDL-based editor. I mean, the thing is, like every new editor gets a shout out, right? For one example, is this like native without like? I think that's native. Is this native without any UI thing or? Which language is it even? C? Oh, it's mostly C and Lua and things of strange new editor thingy thing. No Electron, yeah, no Electron. I hope no Electron. Yeah, a new thing with SDL3, but I only package this for fun, right? Like random stuff scrolling by and throw next week. At the end of the day, let's try to package some modern practical. I mean, what is even the selling point of this editor? Do we not have 1,000 editors already? Like, what is the selling point of a new SDL-based editor? Practical things, pragmatic things of what is... I mean, do I need this? No. Is it probably even maybe their own native toolkit things? Oh, SDL image. Oops. Maybe we should copy something like their website. As you old guys constantly want a new website. Practical build with Dokonosaurus things. Oh man. The thirst of better women. It's the thirst. Net, of course. We don't. Oh, we don't have that. We don't. It's not that, is it? Is this like SDL1? We need new package. SDLnet things. Oh, not Debian, that's some other next institution. Sample wrapper over TCP IP. 3.2 stuff last week. You all, how many version things of versiony things do you need? So you know what, like just leave it there. My time is precious. If that's not the best URL, send a patch 3 what? 3.2. One more package, 2 new packages. Can T2 inst with target things deal like MNT? Is there a way T2 inst? Not really yet. What? How precisely do you? I'm not sure what. I'm not sure what precisely you want to do. SDL3net things of here. Things. Look. Let's say I mounted a disk MNT and want to install there. The thing is that T2 builds from source, so you need to run like T2 source install, you need to run in the change root of the thing, right? What? So this will not easily work like this. Oh. Target. Here, look, new package. What's T2 Linux offering? Just the best Linux and other OS build things, just the best package manager. Cross-compiling all CPU architectures, the most up-to-date packages, the most closest to the source things, total freedom. Did I mention cross-compiling? Theoretically other OS homebrew, although with this we should polish actually a little bit. Actually, I made a tiny commit today from macOS for other OS homebrew. I actually used T2 on macOS today because obviously here, editor, practical things. Look at this amazing, most amazing packaging, low-code packaging format things. Practical and pragmatic. I mean, it's like you had me at practical. Oh, I think I did this wrong now. I think I just did this package wrong. I did quite some packages wrong. Shit. Damn it. Ah. I hate this. I hate myself for that. Maybe we should generate this empty and what did I even need to copy my own name for precise spelling variation of which email address. So just like this. Should copy T2 source to. I do not know what precisely you try to do. You need a base system in MNT, right? So you should have everything in MNT and then change root or use any other container technology to namespace change. Maybe a little bit slowish like this. GPT for all? How did this even get in there? Okay, you all, we have a new editor. I mean, we could theoretically try to run this if that were not practical. Probably needs display shit. I mean, yeah, run. I mean, I only packages for fun, and look, we found a new. Why do I waste my time with yet another editor? At least we have libsdl3net now, right? Do you watch anime? No, I nearly never watched. Why should I? What should I get from that? More wisdom, more... Do you watch anime and what does it give you? Maybe I will try this practical. I hope I didn't have a typo there. I mean, it's probably a little bit cursed, but why not? Experimental stuff. Maybe that's the one thing. Oh, here. Look at this. Look at this. Breaking news. I mean, Apple broke this so often already, right? It's not the first time. Boot picker things. I mean, this is not accidentally. This is like, they're not stupid. That's a multi-billion-dollar. I mean, this is just meh. This is Apple's playing so unfriendly for... Apple became the new Microsoft. Apple is a really user-unfriendly company. They are a profit-maximizing conglomerate. It's their oligarchy. This is... I mean, Peakbucks, or where do you want this? Peakbucks or Apple macOS things of... yeah, companies know, but I mean sometimes they have random bugs, but like you're not accidentally change your boot picker Apple II when they're all user friendly, except for the Apple II when they are all that user friendly. I mean, except recently. I mean, when Steve Jobs came, like early macOS was actually pretty, like, so in the 2000s Apple was actually pretty standard. Like when Apple was nearly bankrupt and they had to survive, I would call the PowerPC stuff with open firmware, with just booting Linux, with like back in the day Apple was like mostly standard conforming, right? When like they added Zumber for like they even transitioned from Apple file whatever AFS. They even added LDAP or whatnot and Zumber and like the stuff was standard conforming, like a standard conforming like IEEE 1275 open firmware. This PowerPC stuff was really like pretty good. It's like, but nah, the last 15 years is Apple's. Nah. So okay, Emerge supports something like root things. no, it doesn't work. Like it needs to run. Like no, you're using this wrong. This cannot easily work like this. You need to put it in there. Like emerge needs like T2 installed. Like emerge T2 needs to run in this container thing, namespace thing. I'm not like, maybe drop me a note somewhere what precisely you try to do. You try to do a reverse. They also did things like change macOS things so they could break compatibility. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and like, yes, Steve Jobs wasn't there. I mean, Steve Jobs was certainly not the most user-friendly businessman, but he was surely not the most evil most of the time. You see, I can be fair. I can be fair with people. I can be fair with billionaires. I mean, Tim Cook was... Yeah, Tim Cook is pretty much a strange bean-counting douchebag. I mean, not that Steve Jobs was super, like, what I read, Steve Jobs was also not the most friendly, even to his own family and daughter and stuff. But I have not been there to judge that. Okay, I need to go. Amazing that so many people tuned in. We have some new packages. I guess we mostly, we test built, unexpectedly did cache files, we test built. Yeah, so the main thing is Firefox and Thunderbird. Like, hey, we even imported LibreOffice Popular Fix. Yay. One main thing currently is ARM version 9, Firefox and Thunderbird. Not that it would be the super most important thing, but if someone wants to send a patch. Steve Jobs and Tim Cooks are marketing people. They drive numbers, not no. Steve Jobs at least copied innovation. I would like know. From what I've seen, and hey, at least I met Steve Jobs once, at least shortly before he died. Didn't say more than hi though, but so I don't know. I don't personally know Steve Jobs more than a hello, but from what I've read, did I buy? Maybe I purchased his memoirs of ghostwritten stuff there, or I think whatever his name was. From what I remember from books and stuff and other gossip and things, and from what he said, Steve Jobs was way more a tech person. I mean, he wasn't a programmer and stuff, but I think, did he not also once said that he disassembled shit like Sony Walkmans and stuff when he was young, or other things? So I think Steve Jobs, my impression from what I've seen in books and stuff and documentaries and whatnot, Steve Jobs was definitely more orders of magnitudes more product tech person than bean counting Tim Apple. Tim Cook to me appears to be like only numbers, like from what I've seen, and I didn't meet Tim Apple, but from what I've seen, from what it looks like the outside and stuff, he's an Excel guy. It wouldn't surprise me if he's only remote desktoping Oracle, Salesforce, and Excel spreadsheets on his. It would not even surprise me if he's running a PC for better accessing Oracle, Salesforce, whatnot, and Excel things from his bean counting spreadsheet thing. Although then he's probably not doing that manually anymore, and just he has his co-working slaves of Excel spreadsheeting his bean counting numbers each day. But he did code and work on hardware. Yeah, that's also my impression. I mean, I don't know how much he worked on hardware, but like Steve Jobs in all my, and that's the thing, right? With all my everything is shit here. Like Steve Jobs he has stolen, of course, a lot of things, like everyone does, but he has stolen, or at least, hear me out, to stealing the best innovations, you need to know what, you need to know, you need to be a visionary to reliably, to reproducibly, to recurrently steal and market the best innovation. Like, just look at Bill Gates. Like, Microsoft has stolen all the shit, and they made like literally the worst operating system. Like, that is because like Bill Gates was not a visionary. Like, Bill Gates was not even a usability expert. Like, Bill Gates was not, yeah. the level of vision and quality stuff between Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and Tim Cook's could not be wider. Yeah, you need to know what you want to have and to make your team steal and execute it like they did. So he says prototypes, and he told people he saw projects it does not like about it, and they changed it. Brown, yeah, copied it. Brown. It's like now they literally Xerox. They Xeroxed the whole Xerox lab. Anyway, so that's it for today. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, learned something. Let's see who's online to rate it to. Don't forget to test it to Linux. Send some patches. As Jobs said, Microsoft has no taste. Yeah, Bill Gates had no taste. Okay, he was allegedly, wasn't he on Epstein Island? Didn't Bill Gates get divorced because he was on Epstein Island? Speaking of taste. Anyway, don't delay. Don't go to Epstein Islands and Orange Clown Golf Resorts today. Best switch off. Go out, do some general strike, or just enjoy the sunshine. And certainly don't delay. Try and send patches. Like here, look, we even make usage things better now. Lol, that escalated. What escalation? It's just common sense. Don't delay. Make peace today, and don't bomb your neighboring country today. That's it for today. Hope you just learned something. Let's roll the outro, and see you next time for all the political and code talk to come. And let's see who's online to rate you to. Maybe Janet.